What is your definition of a high-performance person?
Being all that you can be every day. 24/7, 365, being all you can be. This is you. You stand around and watch all the opportunities go by. You sit there, you sit there, you sit there. Oh, I'm getting ready. Bert's getting ready. Bert's getting ready. Rick's getting ready. Oh, maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Oh, fuck, no, I'm tired now. And there comes somebody like me. Just jumps on the fucker and eats it. Who in this room is that male lion? Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Ted Turner. Success leaves clues, kids. I just named 5 of the greatest names in business in the last 150 years. And they all have one thing in common. They're ball busters. They're hard as fucking nails. Where does that leave you? What kind of sacrifices are you willing to be super successful? 60 hours a week. Nobody. Nobody's willing to miss an anniversary to be successful. So the bottom line, you're not willing to do anything. You're not willing to sacrifice anything to be a high-performance person. What are you going to tell your kids and grandkids 20 years from now? Granddad, what did you do during the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of the planet? And you know what you're going to say? I sat with my thumb up my fucking ass and did nothing. What are you going to tell them?
사람들과 대화를 나누다 보면 이렇게 이야기하시는 분들이 많습니다. 목표는 알겠는데 계속 불안감에 휩싸인다고, 내가 성공을 할 수 있을지 모르겠다고. 여러 스토리와 워드로 얘기하지만 결국은 하나입니다. 내가 이걸 할 수 있을지 모르겠다. 즉, 불안하다. 불안감은 내가 이것을 할 수 있을 것이라는 확신이 없는 것에서 나오는 것입니다. 이럴 때 필요한 것이 바로 몰입입니다. 인생을 2가지로 나누자면 외부 압력의 노예처럼 살거나 자기 인생의 주인이 되어 사는 것입니다. 여러분, 성공을 위해 몰입해보세요. 몰입은 우리가 완전히 살아있을 때만 느낄 수 있는 것입니다. 우리가 하는 일과 관련이 있고 우리 주변의 환경과 조화를 이룹니다. 몰입은 우리가 노래하고 춤추고 운동을 할 때도 쉽게 일어납니다. 일하고 좋은 책을 읽거나 좋은 일을 할 때도 일어날 수 있습니다. 운이나 신념에 끌려다니기보다 내가 나를 컨트롤하는 것이 바로 몰입입니다. 실제로 몰입은 내 운명을 내가 정하고 운영하는 것입니다. 행복 또한 남의 기준이 아닙니다. 나 자신만이 내 행복의 기준을 충족시켜줄 수 있는데 행복해지기 위해 내 운명을 내가 정하기 위해 몰입해보세요. 우리는 지금껏 가장 살기 좋은 시대에 살고 있습니다. 그런데도 행복하지 못한 사람들이 아주 많죠. 근본적인 이유 중에 하나가 내가 내 삶을 마음대로 정해서 앞으로 나아가지 못하기 때문입니다. 몰입은 불안과는 정반대의 성격이 있습니다. 일에 몰입하면 일이 잘 안 될 걱정을 하지 않게 됩니다. 왜냐하면 준비가 되었기 때문이죠. 지금 당장 몰입의 의미를 깨닫고 당신의 금빛 성공 인생을 살아가세요. 당신은 우주의 유일한 사람입니다.
See, I never expected to be anything but ordinary. I was raised to be nice and ordinary. I expected I would grow up to be, like Dad worked for the phone company. I figured I'd go to work for the phone company, maybe work in an office. I figured I'd live, I'd work till 65. I'd have 1.34 kids. I'd retire at 65, and then I'd die at the statistical average age for my gene pool. That's what I expected. Until one day in 1972, on the radio in the next room to mine, I heard a voice that changed everything. I was a government clerk making $525 a month. I weighed 200 pounds. This is 148. I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I had never set a goal in my life. I didn't have a college degree and no money in the bank. I was newly married with a new baby at home, and I didn't expect much from life. And in the next room, I heard the voice of Earl Nightingale, known at the time as the Dean of Personal Motivation. He was on 900 radio stations around the world, and what he said that day will forever resonate with me. He said, if you will spend 1 extra hour each day studying your chosen field, you'll be a national expert in that field in 5 years or less. That hit me like a tornado. It rearranged everything in my life. I started doing the math. An hour extra a day, so let's say 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year, that's 1,250 hours over 5 years. If I spent, just ordinary me, 1,250 hours studying one subject, wow, yeah, I could actually be a national expert. What do I want to be an expert at? Well, it's not urban renewal. And then it occurred to me a few weeks later, I want to do what the guy on the radio's doing. But I had no idea what that was. I just knew it felt right to get into the field of human development. I thought, well, let's see, an hour a day. I'm a government clerk. I've got 8 hours a day. I could do this by Thursday. And then I started thinking about what he had said, and I took him seriously, an hour a day. I focused, I thought I was kind of behind the game, so I needed 2 hours and 3 and 4 and 5. So I overcompensated, and I became fanatical about the field of human development. And in that 5-year period, I went from being a government clerk with very little aspiration to being a full-time speaker and trainer. In 2 years, that was 1972. In 1974, I started buying Earl Nightingale's training materials and selling them to businesses. By 1984, his company was selling my training materials worldwide. They sold $3.5 million worth of one of my first audio albums in the first 2 years it was out. I was blown away. His formula works, and I've seen it work for hundreds and even thousands of people in the many, many years since that time that I've been sharing that message. If you were to focus half an hour of study on one field of endeavor for 5 consecutive years, you'd not only transform you, you'd transform the world around you. You were put here for a reason. It's contained in that acorn. So nurture your nature. Figure out, first off, I am valuable. Accept that. I want to know who I am, and I want to know how I operate and how can I understand me better. And then I want to nurture that nature. I want to apply myself in the world and put myself to work in such ways that the rest of the world says, well, that's cool. If he or she can do it, I could probably do it. I wonder how they did it. And then we start spreading that, and the ripple goes worldwide. So ask yourself every day, how would the person I'd like to be do the things I'm about to do? Thank you.